Hello, my name is Mark and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making two simple and healthy breakfast recipes using New York State produce from the fall. I'll be making a apple cranberry crisp and then a carrot raisin muffin. So first off, we'll be doing the apple cranberry crisp. This is a very simple recipe. Calls for about 4 cups of apples. And these are Paula Reds, but you can use anything in season. And I've added a little bit of lemon juice on these so they won't brown for the camera. About 1 cup of cranberries. These are frozen, but fresh ones should be in the market within a few weeks. Then I have about a 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar, about 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and about a 1/2 cup of walnuts, which are optional. And then for the topping mix, I've got about a 1/2 cup of oats mixed in with about a teaspoon of brown sugar. So this is a very simple recipe. It's a 1-pot recipe. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to take the apples and we're just going to throw them into the bowl here. And then we'll add our cranberries. And then we'll add our walnuts. And like I said, I like to add walnuts. They give a little bit of crunch and they also add some protein to the dish. And we'll just kind of get a little bit of a stir. And they're already melding in pretty well, as you can see. Now I'll add the brown sugar. This is a 1/4 cup packed, so it's a little bit solid now. So I'm just going to kind of sprinkle it on top. And the cranberries and with the lemon juice and the apples will be a little tart. So if you want to sweeten this up, you can add more brown sugar to taste. I like to kind of have a tart flavor on my apple produce, so this is why I'm only using a 1/4 cup. And then the cinnamon, again, to taste, this is about 2 teaspoons, and we'll just mix that in. So this is a really simple recipe that's been used for a long time to basically use up seasonal fruits. So you could also do it with pears or peaches or berries, and of course you would flavor then. You would vary the flavoring of the spices, possibly, and also maybe adjust the sugar if you're using berries or a real sweet fruit. So once everything's mixed up, which looks about now, the apples I just chopped kind of roughly, maybe into a 1/2 inch, 3/8 inch size. So here we go. This is the mixture. And it very easily goes into this casserole. This is about, I think, maybe a 6 by 6. I'm just going to eyeball it. So you pack it in, like so. And again, the nice thing about this recipe is if you can even use bruised fruit, because when it bakes and cooks down, it's not going to matter. So actually, a few of these apples were a little bruised, no problem. And I left the skins on. That's also good. A little extra nutrients in the skins. I did wash them. And anyway, so this is perfect. So that's 4 cups of apples, which is about 6 medium-sized apples. And there you go. I'll just pack it down. And the nice thing about this recipe is if you don't have cranberries, you can use raisins, you can use currants, you can use any kind of a dried fruit if you want. Just missed the spot. Okay. So here we go. We've got the casserole and it's all packed down. Now I'm going to take the topping, which is basically oats and a little bit of brown sugar, and just spread it on top. I'm using my hands because I'm baking for myself. If you're baking for family and friends, you might want to use gloves. Anyway, so this is basically it. If you want to have a little bit of a crispier top, you have the option to dot butter on it, which means getting a very thin slice of butter and just kind of dotting the top. And that will brown the top nice with a little bit of a crunch. But basically, that's the recipe. It goes in the oven for about 40 to 45 minutes at 375 until the texture inside and all the apples are cooked down and the top is lightly browned. And I'll show you what that looks like in just a moment. Thank you. So there you have it, all set to bake. And I misspoke. It's actually a 7 by 7 inch deep dish casserole. So there you go, it just came out of the oven. It cooked for about 40 minutes. And you can see that the top is lightly browned and the fruit is definitely cooked. And it needs to sit now and cool for about 15 minutes. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, we're back. So the crisp is now set for 15 minutes, and as you can see, the top is lightly browned and the apples below are cooked all the way through. So this is a wonderful meal to have for breakfast, for brunch, for dessert, for any time of the day, and it's very quick and easy. And again, you can make it with peaches, pears, berries, whatever is seasonal and in your store. And I'm going to go ahead and serve this up. It's still a little hot, so I'll put my glove back on. So this makes about 4 servings for this recipe. And it's about 250 calories per serving. And there you go. Not sure why I needed the glove. And there's your crisp, still steaming. I'm going to go ahead and get a sample here. Ooh. Excellent. So I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Bon appetit.